With almost 100 million inhabitants, Vietnam only has 6 billionaires. What's it like? Phạm Nhật Vượng is Vietnam's first billionaire ever and richest man to date with a net worth of $7.3 billion. Sometimes called the Vietnamese Donald Trump, Pham is a real estate developer who helped fund projects like the $500 million Vincom Center A and B shopping centers. The 410,000 square foot commercial space was a miracle, as 13.5% of Vietnam's $10 billion real estate loans had gone bad since its 2011 crash. Hermes, Dior, and Versace stores and a 300-room 5-star hotel was the last thing many expected to see on Dong Quai Street in Ho Chi Minh City. Pham's name means prosperity, and that is what the mogul is all about. It seems as though it's rude to brag about your possessions in Vietnam, as they don't take pictures next to their prized possessions the way Americans do. We do know some of his 10-figure bankroll went towards a classic $247,000 Bentley Flying Spur, one of the grilliest cars money could buy. When he wants that living room on wheels feel, it's an upper-end $99,000 Lexus LX 570. And his third known vehicle of choice? A red, vintage-looking Russian 1990s XE Lada, which can't be worth more than $2,500 today, probably for undercover trips to spy on his businesses. He founded VinFast, a Vietnamese automaker, in 2019, which came out with the VinFast LUX SA 2.0. It's a mid-sized SUV coming out of the Haiphong factory and is based on the F15 Gen BMW X5. It's Pininfarina designed, like the new paradigm-shifting $20 million Rolls-Royce boat tail I'm so fond of, and costs $86,956. We can safely assume Pham has one. He parks his cars in his gorgeous mansion in a valley of man-made hills in Vincom Village. He modestly keeps the address and how much he paid to himself. I mean, the man only vacations in his own resorts. Yes, this bookworm admittedly prefers to sip happiness by himself and flashes way less than your average Instagram thousandaire, spending his free time watching martial arts movies. He owns 53% of Vingroup, which also developed Hanoi's $4 billion Vincom Village, a mixed-use, luxury eco-urban township. The 183-hectare project brought Western luxury to the east. State-of-the-art golf courses, high-end villas, a cultural village, resort, hotels, and an amusement and theme park outline the project on top of the Vincom Center. A post-Vietnam War symbol for the triumph of capitalism, the Moscow-educated Phạm Nhật Vượng found his first taste of major success in the Ukraine, manufacturing and selling processed instant noodles. After selling for $150 million to Nestle, the son of a North Vietnam Air Force man returned to post-war Vietnam with his wife Nguyen Thi Phuong and a vision. The 225-room ultra-luxe Vinpearl resort Nha Trang on Vietnam's unmolested coastline became the beginning of an empire, as a former war zone became an international tourist attraction. Where will the rest of this 53-year-old's fortune go? Pham thinks of money as, and we quote, means to an end. I never carry any money with me. I borrow it from my chauffeur when I need to buy something. What's his end? A legacy. A Vietnam that looks like the streets of Hong Kong or Singapore, even if it cost him a few billion. In his own words, you can't bring money with you when you die. Founder of the biggest steel maker in Vietnam, Hoa Phat Corp, Tran Ba Duong commands a $2.7 billion fortune. Tran didn't take no Vietjet to get to his meetings. He flies on his own private aircraft, and he is only the second man to do so in the country's history. It's actually a $4.9 million 6-seat EC-135P2I helicopter. The first man to own a private plane in Vietnam was Hung Anh, Gia Lai joint stock company owner Doan Dinh Long, who was the richest man in Vietnam in 2008-ish. He owns a $7.5 million Beechcraft Air King 350, estimated to cost $5.1 million. He's not on this list as he's fallen into debt in recent years and only owns 35% of his company at this present time. There are an estimated 22,000 private jets in service in the world, and most are in the United States. In America, Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane has his own Gulfstream, and Kim K and Kanye West have a private 747. But still, it's a different world out east, and Tran Dinh Long is a trendsetter and trailblazer for those in the country dreaming of becoming society's upper crust. Apparently, Vietnam is not a place for public flexing. You don't hold out your cell phone, wear an expensive watch, or carry an expensive purse as you might get robbed. So you kind of understand why these ballers don't brag in the way some other billionaires do. Tran Dinh Long keeps things like his home address very private, but it's hard to keep people from talking about his British aristocratic automotive taste. He drives a $310,000  8-speed automatic Bentley Mulsanne. They don't make them like this anymore. because they stopped production on them completely in 2019. The Muzon is more luxurious and roomy than the Rolls-Royce. With pop-out and telescreens for entertainment, that feature alone adds $21,560 to the price tag. Fold-down walnut picnic tables for the passengers in the back, enough legroom for Yao Ming, and a lazy boy-style undercalf support. Oh yeah, the 19-foot-long 2.6-ton elephantine beast houses a 6.75-liter hand-built engine and cranks out 530 horsepower. No fancy restos or fancy outings for the reserved business giant. He eats home-cooked meals 365 days a year and hangs out with friends in the same places he did 2 decades ago. He didn't go the Vietnam version of Hollywood. Where will the rest of his fortune go? It will be reinvested to make more. In Tran Din Long's own words, a company needs to constantly grow. If it stops, it dies. Hung Anh is at an impressive $2.4 billion net worth in 2022 and climbing thanks to his high-powered job as chairman of Techcom Bank, as well as the Masan Group he co-founded with a fellow billionaire he met in Russia, Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao. We'll talk about him later. Another secretive industrialist, we can only speculate where he sinks his cash in his hometown of Hanoi. While many of Hanoi's 9 million natives live crammed in tube houses in the city, affectionately known as Tetric block housing, Hung Anh might take off his shoes to go home to one of Hanoi's Park City holding mansions. Starting at 14.5 billion dong, or $639,895 US, these 5,216 square feet homes are 4 stories high, and you get 4 bedrooms, 1 guest room, 1 study, 5 baths, 1 guest bath, and a utility room. The ground floor living room allows you to see all the way up to the 4th floor, making you feel the way you should feel at home. Physically small and yet larger than life. You get access to amenities like a lap pool, a lounge and kids pool for the wee ones, a barbecue, a play area, a gym, an outdoor fitness park, and a multi-purpose hall. You sleep like a baby in this gated community at night with 24-hour security watching your back. To draw a Western contrast, in Toronto, Canada, you can barely get a 500 square foot condominium for $600,000. I should go to Vietnam and live like a multimillionaire on a writer's salary. Valued at $2 billion. Nguyen Thi Phuong made bank investing in the commercial bank Techcom Bank in 1993 and later founded Masan Group with fellow billionaire Hung Anh in 2004. Masan Group's meat and potatoes income is from animal feed and food processing. The 58-year-old father of 3 is Vietnam's 3rd ever billionaire and got his heavy education in Russia and a doctorate in nuclear physics in Belarus. If you've been around Asian grocery stores or done groceries in Asia, you know all about Masan's products, the main ones being soy sauce, fish sauce, and instant noodles. While not much is known about the fish sauce billionaire's habits or private life, we do know he has a taste for automotive exotics. In the heart of Saigon, a parking basement located in a large hotel houses Nguyen Thi Phuong's gang of exotics. He's got a trio of elite white vehicles. The first is a Blanco Fiji $150,000 Maserati Gran Turismo. The second, a $463,000 Landolet White Maybach 62S, which rests its pretty wheels beside an English white $330,000 Rolls-Royce Wraith. He's got a pair of elegant black exotics as well, a diamond black $550,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom, and a 1 of 80 Beluga black $305,000 Bentley Continental GT Speeds, which runs $50,000 more than your regular Bentley Continental GT and hits 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Also lounging in Nguyen's basement is a 1 of 50 McLaren 650S Spider MSO worth $359,000, Eroso Corsa or Racing Red $239,000 Ferrari 458 Italia, and a brilliant red Tony Starkey Audi R8, which fully loaded will run him $208,000. And there's no way he didn't get a fully loaded one. And last but not least, a $533,000 two-tone Rolls-Royce drop-head coupe. Vietjet CEO and Pres Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao is Vietnam and all of Southeast Asia's first self-made billionairess. Being the face of Vietnam's first ever airline and first airline to go public propelled her to number 1,111th globally on Forbes' richest list, and could technically stuff her mattress with $2.8 billion in cash if she liquidated her assets. This whale of a player is a philanthropist, spending large amounts of cash on Vietnam's national COVID-19 vaccine fund. She also initiated the solution to the technical glitch that caused the trading outage at the Ho Chi Minh City Stock Exchange. The lady that made her first million as a student entrepreneur in 1980's Soviet Soviet Russia, importing fax machines, rubber, plastic, watches, agricultural products, and electronics. She pushed aviation hard to Vietnam's 99.2 million population, with bikini-clad models, getting many to fly out of the country on the low-cost airline for the very first time ever. Many conservatives in her country criticized her harshly, commenting, "Why don't you call Vietjet SexJet?" Others bought tickets, making the company profitable after just 1 year of operation. Her reward to herself, she rides around in the backseat of a white $89,000 Range Rover Sport, with a chauffeur of course. Her motto of "don't go small, go for the big deals" led to her having a 90% stake in Ho Chi Minh City's 503-foot-tall Dragon City, a Saigon skyscraper, as well as not one, not two, but 3 beach resorts around the world. If you think the USC college admission scandal was something, get a load of this. She donated $210 million to Oxford University, where her son, Tommy Nguyen, studied economic management through her holding company, Sovico. So much dinero, they renamed Oxford's Linacre College Thao College, after the transformative donation. She aims big, bigger than the previous #1 Oxford donor title holder, Stephen Schwartzman, who gave $203.3 million back in 2019. Making her the largest donor to the university in at least half a millennia. When one might think of criticizing Madame Thao for helping commercialize education, one might think of the words of another tycoon, Steve Jobs, who said, "Universities are Fortune 500 companies masquerading as educational institutions. In all fairness, try and remember the first place you used an Apple computer." The easygoing 51-year-old has 2 children, married Dr. Nguyen Thi Phuong, loves singing in Russian, and spoils herself with lavish birthday parties, complete with London Guards, professional orchestra for serenation, dancers and singers for entertainment, a fancy white and pink hall for wining and dining business associates and wowing partners, and a 4-layer wedding-level cake. Madame Thao's B-days must run her expense account upwards of $110,000. You gotta spread it around a little to maintain that boss lady influence. While her home, potential private jets, and Ao Dai, or Vietnamese dress collections are not public information, what is her $12.7 billion deal she signed when U.S. President Donald Trump visited her home country for 100 more Boeing planes from its U.S. partner, upgrading its outstanding order. That's pretty big time. Gotta get where you gotta get in Vietnam, and chances are $1.6 billion man, Tran Ba Duong's Thaco-manufactured vehicles might be the way you get there. The founder of the largest automotive company in Vietnam, as well as the general director of Dai Quang Minh Real Estate Investment Joint Stock Company, keeps a ninja-level low profile. Thaco manufactures Vietnamese branded buses and trucks, as well as assembles Kias, Mazdas, and Peugeots. Tran is known to control every little detail of his business and often requests meetings with his management in the evenings and on the weekends. One of those guys, huh? This naturally begs the question, what does the man drive? Where does he eat? Who does he wear? What's his address? And what's it worth? The answer to those questions are twofold. 1, I don't know. And 2, this is what I'd buy if I were him. To elaborate on answer 1, in the West, when we get rich, we're akin to bodybuilders, many of whom have the mentality that it's not how much you bench, it's how much you look like you can bench. Hence, it's not how much money we actually have, it's how much we look like we have. Entertainers, like 21-year-old Lil Pump, is worth $8 million, 0.5% of Tran Ba Duong's net worth. To elaborate on answer 2, if I had his money, I'd throw mine away. If I were a 61-year-old Vietnamese man with a black card, I'd buy 7 maxed out $17,000 tailor-made Brioni suits with 24-karat gold thread. Navy blue, black, purple, gray, charcoal, white, and brown. One for every day of the week. For my driveway, a $185,000 plus Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Driving in the U.S. on the Pacific Coast in a sports car on Highway 101 is the American dream. And when you do that in Cali, some people might kinda look. But driving on the Vietnamese coastline on Highway 1, everyone will look. Where to park the car, you ask? The $941,000 Ha Long Villa by VN Architects in the drop-dead gorgeous Ha Long Bay. The 12,809 square foot optical illusion looking property lives almost as one with the trees and is so open nature grows in and out of it freely. Hey, Kanye West's new 5,672 square foot bunker style house in Malibu costs $57.3 million. It's half the size, more than 57 times the price, and it's not even close to being this pretty. It is close to a Starbucks though. And when parking the Porsche, I won't forget to turn it off before getting out. Not like this poor guy. While Vietnam only holds 0.21% of the world's billionaires, compared to the US, which has 26.2%, and China, Hong Kong, and Macau, with 25.3% combined, look for that list of 6 Vietnamese billionaires to expand soon, as its economy is growing fast.